Tonight on Prime Business, GRA to exempt traders with tin numbers from 1.5% E-Levy. Gutta says this is a move to prevent double taxation. Plus, GIPC targets key investors to help reduce export of raw materials.
We are connected from farm gate to market and from factory gate to market. There's efficiency. Railway will bring quite a bit of that efficiency. So the problems are being tackled in a systematic and strategic way. I
am Beverly Broohm. Please stay for details. Let's settle for the details now. The Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, Dr. Reverend Amisha Dayo says about 4.5 billion cedis in revenue is expected from the E-Levy this year. Speaking to George Wiafe, the Commissioner General admitted that though the system may face technical hitches in its initial stages, expected revenue is set to be achieved.
Implementing the E-Levy will ensure that the integrity of the data and the security of the data is not compromised in any way.
So this also came at a cost, right? Is it a cost that is going to be borne by the GRA?
In collecting of taxes, the Revenue Administration Act again gives the Ghana Revenue Authority to be able to do up to 3% as a retention from the collection of taxes to be able to for the expenditure towards the collection of the tax. Do you understand that? Okay. So for every expenditure that we will incur, because there's no way you can collect tax without incurring expenditure. Whether your software is developed by you or not, you have to buy servers. You have to, if you buy any off-the-shelf software, you have to pay annual maintenance cost for the software. You have to get people fit on the streets, and all this is cost. Now, the Revenue Administration Act grants unto Ghana Revenue Authority up to 3% of the tax collected for the purposes of administering the tax. And therefore, in collecting the E-Levy, Ghana Revenue Authority will be working within that 3% that is granted to Ghana Revenue Authority. As we start this expenditure, even though no revenue has come in now for what do you call it, E-Levy, but because we know you collect tax and we know that there is under 3% for us for the tax collection, up to 3%. And when I say up to 3%, it is for the Minister for Finance at any point in time to determine the exact percentage. And therefore, our expenditure must always be within that 3%. And for every expenditure that we incur, as far as E-Levy is concerned, we will stay within that up to 3% that's allocated to GRA.
Some months have already gone already, and we understood that the ministry has revised their target as well. In taking off with respect to this levy, what's the clear target are you looking at mobilizing before the end of the year?
Yeah, if you recall, at the inception last year when the budget was read, the targets, the expectation was that we'll be able to collect about 6.9 billion. And because 3 months have gone already, and we are starting in the 5th month, and then also in terms of the other ramifications, we have looked at the figures, and these figures have been revised downwards for the remaining part of the year. And currently, the expectation is that the E-Levy should be able to bring in about 4.5 billion Ghana cedis by the end of the year.
Let's though stay with E-Levy because it's 3 days of its implementation and already there are mixed feelings about the tax handle, from wrongful deductions to technical errors. But in all these, businesses that rely heavily on mobile money transactions are anxious about the impact of the E-Levy on the cost of doing business in the country. President of the Ghana Union Traders Association, GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng, says GRA is set to exempt traders with tin numbers from 1.5% E-Levy. Speaking on Business Live, Dr. Obeng stated that this is a move to prevent double taxation.
And then it have actually cleared some of the fears from us. in terms of the double taxation, because they have assured us that those who have registered with the TIN number, with the VAT and all that, some of these things will not cut on them. And so we are good to go.
So if I could be very clear on this one, with traders that have TIN numbers, then they're going to be exempted from the E-Levy deductions?
Yeah, that's what the assurance have come. So in fact, this is how they are going to do to solve the issue of the double taxation. Okay. Otherwise, it's going to be a very huge issue. Are we going to take it out at the end when we are filing our taxes? Or you are going to make a mechanism that whatever tax that we are paying now, we are not made to pay. So either we pay and then we take it out at the end of the year, or whatever mechanism that they will bring will go a long way to help us, because we should not pay double taxation.
Away from the E-Levy, Ghana Investment Promotion Center says it's targeting specific investors in agro-processing and manufacturing to complement the government's effort aimed at industrialization. To achieve this, the Chief Executive Officer of the GIPC, Yofi Grant, tells Joy Business the decision to focus on key investors in the manufacturing sector is targeted at reducing the export of raw materials as well as create jobs.
We have our own solutions. We have the Ghana Cares program, Ghana Cares Obatapa program, where the intention is to build back better and stronger. And certain specific economies were chosen: agriculture, agro-processing, infrastructure, and that's why we have an aggressive road infrastructure program, not just road, but a railway as well. I mean, what this government has in its plan is to build 4,007 kilometers of new railways that will connect the country north to south, east to west, and across, to make sure that as we go ahead with planting for food and jobs and one district, one factory policies, we are connected from farm gate to market, and from factory gate to market. There's efficiency. Railway will bring quite a bit of that efficiency. So the problems are being tackled in a systematic and strategic way. Change the way the economy is. Don't export all your raw materials and resources. Add value to them, but also connect, and then be a hub for the West. West Africa. And I'm sure you also heard of that 10-point industrialization plan, where Ghana wants to be a hub in a number of sectors, like automobile, like pharmaceuticals, like technology. And we are now seeing Ghana also rise up in the tech space. Initially, it was all Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, but now Ghana is becoming critically important. And that is why companies like Twitter, Google, AI, United, and all these other big players, global players, are looking at Ghana. My job is to make sure that we even have stronger and more mutually rewarding partnerships with foreign direct investments. And so that is one of the things that we are key on.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, says the government is working round the clock to ensure an ease in cost of living. Speaking to the Muslim community to commemorate Eid, Dr. Bawumia assures that key government projects and programs are being fast-tracked to consolidate economic recovery.
The pandemic severely drew the economy back from the massive progress the government had achieved between 2017 and 2019. This setback, without doubt, made life more difficult for citizens and government, as prices of goods soared across the world due to the abnormal increase of the cost of international freight. As if that was not enough, another setback in the form of the sudden global effects of the Russia-Ukraine war hit us at the beginning of this year, when our economy showed signs of bouncing back from the shackles of COVID-19. In spite of the unexpected destructive global factors which have severely hit our economy in the past 2 years, our government has not reneged on its development commitments to the people of Ghana in the areas of education, healthcare, and infrastructure development, amongst others.
Indigenous bank CalBank says it will strengthen its relationship with its merchants and customers by implementing a strategy to increase the adoption and use of its digital product. According to its managing director, Philip Oredu, the bank's two-day tech-driven and open-air event will provide market access for a variety of merchants and consumers to connect well with the bank. Here is more.
The CalBank Cashless is part of the bank's strategy to drive the uptake and utilization of its digital solutions. This is to create a market access for the host of merchants and consumers. The managing director for CalBank PLC, Mr. Oredu, revealed that it is to physically get in touch with its customers and merchants.
Of today's program is to collaborate with Accra Goods Markets to be able to ensure that as an institution, we all understand that marketing, selling, buying, payments, it's literally virtual now. Now, we all definitely would go out and go and shop. But in these days, we'd also have the opportunity of being able to shop virtually. So we are collaborating with on this program to ensure that we get close to our merchants, get to bring in people who would like to shop, get to know the merchants over here, get to know the products and services offered by CalBank so that we'll be able to engage our customers some more.
Some merchants expressed their excitement for the initiative and called for more to be done.
First of all, the organization and everything is on point. Everything is fine. We expect people to come in their numbers, to come support us and buy our various products. So basically that's what we are expecting from those that are yet to come purchase us. We look forward to other events.
It's good. This is my first fair that I've ever been. So I'm expecting great things. What I've heard so far, that is highly patronized, people buy, so I'm expecting great things.
A cashless market is the first of its kind for CalBank Ghana.
Let's go to Kumasi now, because a total of 200 farmers in selected districts in the Western and Ashanti regions have been trained to produce organic manure using animal droppings and cocoa pods. The project has the goal of reducing the use of inorganic manure on farms and boost harvest. There's more in the following report.
The SOS Green Project under the UN Capital Development Fund is promoting waste processing systems that require minimal mechanical equipment in the Asempaye, Framafao and Wasamenfi East districts. The objective is to effectively manage community waste and to utilize organic manure as fertilizer to reduce the presence of persistent organic pollutants in the environment while securing higher crop yields. According to the trainer on the project, Hamid Abdul Mumin, equipping small and medium-scale farmers with skills to produce organic fertilizer will conserve the earth.
The SOS and the UNCDF with SMV on the Green Project had a program to educate its youths and beneficiaries. The need for this is to help to curb the use of inorganic manure that is used on our farms, which have detrimental effects on the soil. Economically, as inorganic fertilizers are soaring out due to increase of prices of these materials, they getting these skills will help them to produce these organic fertilizers locally.
The Assistant Director of Agriculture in the Offenson North District revealed the shortage of fertilizer supply to vegetable farmers in the district is affecting yields. Patrick Amwa believes the training will solve the situation.
Now we see the inorganic fertilizers in the country. We have scarce inorganic fertilizers. But right now, as we have entered 2022 major farming season, the farmers find it difficult to access the inorganic fertilizers. As this training is welcome or organized, it's going to help the farmers to prepare their own fertilizer when the inorganic ones are not in. And nowadays, the vegetable farmers in the district complain a lot of getting inorganic fertilizers.
Some farmers say opting for manure to skyrocketing fertilizer prices will reduce cost and give their yields more boost than inorganic fertilizer.
We find it difficult to buy fertilizer to apply on our fruit. And as we've learned from this, it will help us a lot. Let's, for instance, when you take these 2 bags of poultry dropping and compare to the 2 bags of fertilizer or organic fertilizer, you'll see that this one is more. And then you can use it to apply your number of acres in which you farm, and it won't cost you much. Per bag of this poultry dropping is 5 cedis compared to urea, which is 500 Ghana.
The initiative by the UNCDF SOS Green Project is part of efforts to celebrate the 2022 World Earth.
AngloGold Ashanti has revealed it will sustain its indoor residual spraying in the Obuasi district to save more lives. The implementation of the spraying in the district has saved more than 1 million lives against malaria. There's more in the report.
Ghana accounts for 2.1% and 1.9% of the global malaria cases and deaths, making it one of the top 10 highest malaria-burdened countries in the world. The National Malaria Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025 aims for a 90% reduction in malaria mortality and a 50% reduction in malaria incidents by 2025. Director of AngloGold Ashanti Malaria Control Limited, Samuel Esiedweje, says ending malaria in the district remains a priority.
Indoor residual spraying will continue in Obuasi municipality and Obuasi East. One of the things that we try to do with our program is consistency and sustenance. So if we are not able to sustain it throughout the entire Ashanti region, then we wouldn't be able to do that. But the areas that we are spraying currently, we will continue to spray.
Health workers undergo training on effective case management of malaria in the Adansi North District. The District Health Director, Isaac Owuku Odame, noted increased investment and commitment from the government and the public sector is critical to revitalizing progress against malaria. He spoke at a World Malaria Day program organized by the AngloGold Ashanti at Dumpuasi.
We need to intensify our efforts so that going forward we will be able to achieve the malaria control reduction objectives, because we are expected to reduce the number of cases of malaria by applying the interventions. The interventions include the use and mass distribution and use of bed nets. Successfully, we did that and achieved about 97% this year.
A mini clinic was set up by the gold mining company for community members to test for malaria. Speaking at the 2022 Community Health Outreach Program, Nana Hema Efiatokujum, Queen Mother of Dompuasi, appealed to AngloGold to sustain the initiative. Some items, including insecticide nets, mosquito repellents, and medicated soaps, were donated to Dompuasi Senior High School to commemorate the day.
Mozartbet Ghana has presented a brand new iPhone 13 and headset to its lucky winners in the first weekly prizes. According to the head of publicity for the betting company, Sharon Aite, this to foster the relationship the company has with its players. She urged all and sundry to join the promo and win the ultimate prize. James Eshen has more.
The Hits the Highest Odds promotion is an initiative by the company to encourage healthy competition among its players. This is the first time such offers have been made by any betting operator in Ghana during the first 8 months of its existence. Winners of the first weekly won iPhones and headsets. Madam Aite, the company's head of publicity, indicated that players are rest assured of getting their prizes after winning.
So today we are here to present the weekly awards, and in the next coming weeks to also promote the grand prize, which is the car. So I entreat everyone to log on to Mozartbet to keep betting and win the car.
Some of the winners for the week were elated and described it as surprising for a betting company to run such promotion.
I just placed the bet of the odd was 57 cities, and I placed it 5 cities. So I was just there yesterday. I had a call. I won a headphone, so I just came here to receive it. Oh, I feel happy because I wasn't expecting it. But I feel happy.
I think it means a lot to me because I've been betting quite a long time, but I've never won anything like this. So for the first time, I've won an iPhone. So it means a lot to me. Yeah. Yes, of course, I do enjoy a competition. And because there's a car on it, next 2 weeks I'll also be coming for it. So I entreat everybody to take part of the competition. Yes.
Serbian ambassador to Ghana, Milutin Stanjevic, entreated players to take such opportunities to win the ultimate prize.
For the presence of Serbia, we already have several companies in Ghana, but I think this kind of promotion is very important for get to know each other much better. So I'm so happy that people like the man who received the award is especially. He traveled 10 hours to receive the award. I mean, he's not from Accra. That it means that all around Ghana, Mozartbet is well known now. I hope it will be, our company will be more and more from each day known to Ghanaian people.
The promotion runs and ends on the 15th of May 2022.
That's all for Prime Business. Do log on to myjoyonline.com/business for more stories.